Good evening. Welcome to Sydney Parade. It's reminiscent of summer. The sun is out, the clouds are vacant, and we're here for a second 11 Premier League game between Pembroke seconds and Clontarf seconds. It will be a humdinger with these two sides involved. 20 over game, it's a refix. I don't know where from or which part of the summer they fell foul of, but 20 over game in front of us here now. Opening the batting for Pembroke will be the left-handed Donica Tucker and the right-handed Ethan Clark. Lovely evening in Pembroke this evening. If you are in the area, do consider dropping in. Just waiting to find out who our bowler will be. Graham Mooney is in charge of live scoring this evening. We look to get this T20 underway as heads into town to collect the commuters and take them northbound. Thompson is the bowler. And he's out first ball. Clark departs to a big appeal, and we're off to an absolute flyer. Thompson picking up a wicket with his very first delivery. And what a great start for Clontarf. And, well, on the other side of that coin, not a great start for Pembroke. Luke Thompson taking a wicket with his very first delivery. And Pembroke are 0 for 1. And this is the delivery that saw the end of Clark. I don't think the umpire had much doubt about that. And once it hit him, I think the batsman knew as well. Well, a fabulous start for Clontarf. The men's seconds, of course, have spent most of their summer providing players to the first 11 in the absence of Pembroke's 8 internationals. But what a season it's been for the Sydney Parade first team. 4 cups. Oh, it's a second appeal on this time. I think the umpire deciding that one was going to go down the leg side, but he's getting good movement here, Thompson, causing problems. It must have been Dermot Tucker who opened rather than Donica. Bit of bat involved in that one. Yeah, Dermot Tucker being right-handed, his brother, the other D. Tucker, being left-handed. There's a sort of hazy sunshine. And Pembroke lose a second wicket as Sunil Gupta just edges one to slip, and Thompson has 2 in his first 3 deliveries. This could be a quick game. Certainly not the start that Pembroke were looking for. But Thompson will be absolutely delighted. That one just steered into Slip's hands. We'll give our live scorer a chance to do some catching up, perhaps. Super catch to start off. It appears it wasn't Gupta at all, it was McDara Cosgrave. And his stay just lasting 2 deliveries. First ball duck for Dermot Tucker, second ball duck for McDara Cosgrave, and now we see Gupta come to the crease with his side in a bit of trouble at 0 for 2. Well, a great deal of buzz amongst the Clontarf fielders now, and no surprise, 2 wickets falling in the first over. Well, wicket, dot ball, wicket, dot ball. Will this 5th continue the streak? Not getting up too much on that one, outside off. Gupta plays the first stroke with menace attached to it of the innings. Finishes out the over, not timing or middling that one. A double wicket maiden for Luke Thompson, and he will be thinking, well, isn't this an easy game? There's the one pinned on the stumps, and that's replay of the important balls of that over. McDara Cosgrave just edging one straight to first slip. And a great start for Thompson. He'll be delighted with the way that's begun the day. Was fielding down at third man. You see him trotting into the circle now. 1 over gone, 2 wickets down. Butler from the nursery end. Evening, Claire. 0 for 2. Well, first run on the board for Pembroke. Ethan Clark getting the Pembroke innings underway.
Oh, yes, yeah, very good, lad. Really nice, Budsy. Nice, Karthik. In the air. Leave up. Yeah, leave up.
Well, 2 for 2 off 1.2. Although it's safely dropped off on the offside, no single results. I was here last night for a Taverners game. Silver Foxes were looking to take on the Evening Herald. The weather beat that fixture. Although I did hear tales of Sunday night in Pembroke after the T20 All-Ireland final was won. Various people came back to the club or came down to the club. I heard of a 3:30 finish. Anyone later than that? Another good over for Clontarf this. Not quite the wicket fest the first over was, but just the 3 singles taken so far as Pembroke look to consolidate and perhaps get these two in for a while together. Good bit of backing up for a fierce throw. And 2 overs are gone, and the score 4 for 2. Unsurprisingly, Luke Thompson takes the ball, and he will continue for his second over. Refixed tonight for the seconds. Looks like we'll get a good game in here and some good sunshine as well. Tomorrow night the forecast not looking quite as good when the seconds have a further refix. They'll certainly be hoping to get off to a better start than they have today. Well, that's straight down the ground as young Lockie comes onto the grounds. Well, at least it's now 8-2. It's a one-sided football game. Dad and Lockie down to watch this game. This one's another one powerfully hit out. The fielder's chasing it. And the recent rain, meaning that the ball's not flowing. Not running like it did previously. Amazing how just a couple of days of rain have changed the colour of the ground dramatically. It's lost its brown yellow shine and has returned to green, light green at the top end, dark green down at this end. At least the wicket doesn't show up against this yellow-brown background anymore. And it is at the far end. Thompson now, you get the feeling he's searching for wickets, and why wouldn't he? 2 in his first over, but he may be trying a little bit too hard now. Those wickets came about because he just bowled what I suspect is pretty much his stock line and length, and it worked for him. Gupta, though, has shown enough intent. He wants to take the score on a bit. Next delivery, it's played out to point.
Keep coming here, Luke. Come on, Luke.
One slip in place, 5 other fielders on the offside, just the 3 on the leg side. 1 down in front of the bar at the clubhouse, 1 at mid-wicket, and then gentleman at mid-on. The other boundary out the fielder in this power play, down at third man. That's nicely played away. That's a super boundary. Clark getting onto that one nice and early and playing it around the corner.
Boy.
15 for 2 from 3 overs. 11 coming from that over from Thompson. I'm sure he preferred his first over.
Strong power play, lads. Strong power play, boys. Go, boys. Go, boys.
Another one races away to the boundary. As I say, Gupta seems to be in the mood this evening. He's put aside his disappointment at seeing two men ahead of him departing. And another boundary. And the runs are flowing now for Pembroke. Chris Butler.
Look good, boys.
This one just played down the ground. It'll just be a single after the two successive fours. Come back this from Butler, conceding those two boundaries early on. Getting in on the act as well. It was well pitched up, but dug out, clears the ring and goes to the boundary. 13 off the over. That is the end of 4 overs on the umpire signalling end of the power play. How many overs are they playing? Let's try and find that one out.
If they're starting at 5, there's no reason why they can't play
20 overs. Yeah.
now. Starting at 6.
First change of bowling of the afternoon. Thompson pulled out of the attack. 11 runs in his last over. 2 wickets in his first. If he took wickets, he didn't concede runs. If he conceded runs, he didn't take wickets. And that's the story of his 2 overs. Khan now from the St John's end. Looks to be another up and down seamer. If it's a 20 over game, surely the power play is 6 overs, not 4.
If I've read the super over regs, I've read as much as I'm reading.
Yeah. Well, they're outside the power play now. It hasn't made a huge difference to the field. It hasn't really spread at all. It's almost as if Clontarf don't realise that they can, in fact, spread the field a bit more now. Big swing from Clark to no effect. Returns the ball to the bowler. Clark on 10 off 11. Gupta 19 off 13. Well stopped by the keeper. Gets a good round of applause from his fielders. Were you in Clontarf yesterday? Not Clontarf, Terenure.
Yes, I was.
I had a feeling you would be.
It's just waiting for the end to go.
Come on, Nawaz! Give us one here.
Women's seconds completed their league programme. Good evening, Simon Heaney. Simon hanging out of his window. And that concludes Khan's first over. Just the 2 runs coming from it. One of those are wide. Yeah, the women's seconds confirm that they will finish second in the... That's a bit dark, isn't it?
See the floodlights?
Yeah, floodlights on and everything. Yeah, that's dark. Big commuter train going past now. Bala Subramanian is the new bowler. We'll call him Yaz. 1930. 30 for 2 off 5. Pembroke going along at a runner ball now, which seemed very unlikely after the first over. Double wicket maiden, but looking to be positive.
Started, boys. Let's bala. Go on, Yash. Go on, Yash. Let's bala. Boys. Yash, let's see. Lovely, Yash. Here we go, Yash. Not machine, Yash. Come on in. Come on, Yash. Come on, Yash.
Yes, the captain of the Clontarf second 11. It's hit out to the boundary, but the fielder will get to it and keep it just to a single. Plenty of chat in the field. I don't know why, but I can't get into the league tables. Lifted out onto the leg side. It will bounce in front of the fielder and bounce nicely up into his hands. And from what looked like a big attacking shot, we'll just get a single.
Come here now, come on now.
6 overs gone. 34 for 2 on the board. Gupta has moved on to 21. And Ethan Clark on 12. Well, this one just clubbed straight back past the bowler. 4 runs all along the ground with very little risk. That will not move Clark on to 16. It just came down the track. Good use of the feet, getting himself into the right position, and then powerfully hit down the ground. Clark taking advantage of the field sitting back on its heels, gets through for the single, gets the strike over to Gupta. Sunil Gupta, who was in that All-Ireland T20 winning side on Sunday. Brief innings at the end of the 20 overs. Good fielding out on the fence, if I'm not mistaken. Luke Thompson now doing the patrolling since his bowling stint is over. He's been sent out there to the railway line side of the ground, just in front of dugout 2. Again, hit hard and hit down towards us here. It reaches the rope and crashes into the table beside us. And another 4 runs for Clark. And that will see him on to 21 from just 20 deliveries. Again, looking to come forward and attack the bowling. Saw it was outside his off stump and pulled it across to the leg side with great effect. Fielder finally being put out onto the boundary. Good length. 1 ball remaining in the over. 10 have come from it. Things looking a lot brighter for Pembroke with Clark and Gupta at the wicket. Good slower ball this time by Yash, or by Khan rather. Gets that one through to the keeper. Dot ball into the book. And 10 came off the first 4 balls and nothing more from the other 2. 44 for 2 off 7 and a run rate in excess of a run a ball. Pembroke will start to feel a little bit better with these 2 at the crease. Just the 1 extra so far. Very disciplined performance from the Clontarf bowlers. All sorts of work going on. I see the bowling machine down in the nets. This time the off-spinner is played out to extra cover. And they jog through for the single. Very well played by Clark, just giving it enough to get it past the bowler. Nowhere near enough for it to reach the fielder. And between the 2, there was enough time for Gupta and Clark to swap ends. Well, you can see what Gupta was trying to do there. Just trying to run it past the wicketkeeper. Almost got too much of it, and it went out to short third. And the sun still high in the sky. And another single taken. This time Clark is the one digging it out and taking the single down the ground. And again, another good over for Clontarf. This just 4 coming from the first 5 deliveries. Clark nearly catching up his partner now. Well, 8 overs done, 48 on the board, 49 on the board. Run a ball plus 1. E. Marshall, the new bowler, to come on at the St John's end. Bowler number 5 for Clontarf in just 9 overs. The two openers getting 2 each.
On here, Ethan!
Ethan Marshall to Sunil Gupta. Well, that one going nowhere near where Gupta thought it was. Taking the outside edge. No slip in place now. And that is 50 up for Pembroke. It's taken them 49 deliveries. And the loss of 2 wickets. So these two came together with the score on 0 for 2. So 50 partnership as well.
Nice, Ethan! Nice, Ethan!
Nice line and length from Marshall. Brings forth the dot ball.
On here, Marshy!
Now that mid-on has been pushed back to the boundary. Easy enough to take a single to him.
Super this, Ethan!
Well, he got one in his arc, and Clark has powered that away. Or rather, Gupta has powered that away.
Anito, go again! Keep going here for Ethan!
Ball is fetched back from Andy Arnott corner, whence it had disappeared. And Gupta moves on to 30. Gupta picking up on one on his legs, playing it around the corner. Not able to find a gap, but able to get off strike and able to sit on his bat at the non-striker's end for one delivery. Clark again looking to come down the track to the bowling. Ethan Marshall, Ethan Clark, the battle of the Ethans. Let's see, Wild Bill has gone for the Terminator look today. Sorry, terminated look today. Straight to the fielder, just a dot ball. And that is the end of the 9th over. The score has moved on to 57 for 2. These two have done a good job since they came together in that first over, when Thompson had such success in taking 2 wickets in 3 deliveries. First 3 deliveries of the match, Pembroke found themselves no runs on the board and 2 batsmen down. Further 8 overs and 4 balls later, 3 balls later, they've managed to reach 57 for 2. Junior Nets on tonight. One wonders how well attended they'll be. It's that time of the year now. Thoughts turning to school or sending somebody to school.
Aches and pains.
Aches and pains. Well, aches and pains usually aren't around at this stage of the year. Well, that's powerfully hit through extra straight into Michael Sharp corner, as if he really wanted to lose that delivery. He just picked this one up on the width, was there for the pitch of the ball, front foot moving, and then just powerfully hit through extra. 4 more runs.
Go, boys. Go here, Yash.
Clark, the one with the short sleeves. Got to the one facing.
Go here, Yash. Come on, boys. Go here, Yash. Come on, Yash. Come on, Yash.
And again, another one hit powerfully out towards the clubhouse, this time too close to the fielder. And they will settle for a single.
Get one here, Yash.
Nice slower ball. Clark just deciding. And then the next delivery he goes for wholeheartedly. And they will get back for 2. Fielder sends his apologies for the misfield. 2 taken off the last ball of the over, 7 off the over, and the score moves on to 64 for 2. A little less chirpy in the field, a little less bouncy between overs for Clontarf. They've now gone 9.3 overs without taking a wicket, and the 2 batsmen well established at this stage.
Henry, move around. Cowdrey. Now we start like. In. Change mode. On her, Limo. On the gill, Hooley. Hang on, Gailey.
64 for 2 then off 10 overs. We go into the second half of this first innings. Skipper leading by example with his fielding, covering the 20 yards. Clean pickup. Gil Hooley, the new bowler. Seems to be more changes in the bowling at the St John's end than there are at the nursery end. And the misfield on this occasion by the captain does let them get through for an easy 2. And they take both runs and leave Clark on strike. Clark moves on to 26.
1 second.
Gupta ignoring all the fuss behind the appeal and just getting down to the striker's end after this. Pitching outside, hitting him outside, and probably missing off stump as well. But until a benefactor comes in and gives us, I don't know, $500,000, we won't have the computing power to bring you actual DRS.
Didn't need DRS for that one.
No. No, that one was fairly simple. Pitched outside off, hit him outside off, was going to miss off stump. But apart from that, it was, ooh.
I can't see from here.
No, absolutely. I've got replays and all sorts here. Very full pitch. And the fielder in the circle unable to prevent the second. Are you going to penalise him 5 runs for false fielding there now?
No, he didn't do anything to sell me on us.
On him.
Sure, you can watch it later.
I will.
I know. Another one, full toss.
Nice, Liam.
As much violence as Gupta wanted to put into it, it only went back to the bowler. That ends the over, 7 coming from it. Live scoring just doing its best to catch up now. The undo button getting a bit of a battering today. Graham Mooney up in Becker's barn. 70 for 2 of 11.
Just hiding behind the CJK, probably.
Keep working hard, put there now, Yash. Come on, boys.
Should the roots come over
There is Becker's barn with the aforementioned Mooney in there. Well, another full toss this time, smacked down the ground, but again it will just be a single. Getting away with these loose deliveries. Bowler will be happy, having seen the full toss come out of his hand. He'd have been fearing the worst, as it was. But it's the single taken. He's gone for the same guy again. This time it bounces once into his hands. That'll bring Clark back onto strike. Gupta now into the 40s. Clark 29 not out. Nicely tapped around the corner from Clark. And the throw into the bowler couldn't be taken. So they get through for a second. Clark picks up another 2 and he's into the 30s. Hardly any wind to speak of here tonight. Great to see. It does feel more like the Irish cricket summer. Rain this afternoon, looking out of the office window. Will it, won't it? Will we, won't we? And here we are, and we will. They're determined to find that fielder. And he's put it down. Oh, the bowler will be slightly disappointed. Absolute silence amongst the fielders for a few seconds. Well, they've been looking for him 3 times this over. Finally, one went to hand and went to ground. Again, looking to go down the ground, this time on the offside. Clark moves on to 33 and will retain. Oh. No, dot ball to finish, so Clark won't retain the strike. Gupta will. And that will be for 12 overs gone, 76 for 2. Here is the replay. Time after time, these two batsmen have been hitting it down that area of the ground. This time Clark thought he was in big trouble, did enough to cross, and then realised that he was indeed, in fact, safe. Change of bowling at the St John's end again. Butler's first 2 overs were at the nursery end. He now comes down to what I would consider the fast bowler's preferred end. Cutaway square, but there is a fielder there, and it will just be a jogged single. Pembroke was still 8 wickets in hand. Just under 9 overs to go. It's lovely and warm in the sun. I'd say it's a good night for sitting on the wall. And he's given him. Clark perishes for 32. It's been a stand of 77, and he has done a fabulous job in helping Sunil Gupta get Pembroke back into the game, having lost 2 early wickets. Clark staying there for a while, going along a very nice strike rate in the high 90s. But he now departs LBW, and Butler picks up another wicket. All 3 wickets to have fallen to bowlers from the St John's end, and 77 for 3. Well, I don't think there's too much doubt on that one. I think batsman, bowler and umpire all realised. 77 for 3. Butler picks up his first wicket. There'll be some delight and some relief amongst the Clontarf players at having broken that partnership. New batsman out to the middle, one Daniel Murray. Another player who has played a full season this year. His time split between first, seconds and leaving certificate.
Yes, baby. No.
Firm shot from Murray down the ground. Gets him off the mark straight away.
Not quite so many there as required.
Not as many as I've put on. Nice bit of fielding inside the ring. Keeps it to a dot ball. Well, a loose delivery on this occasion from Butler. It flies away to the boundary. Gupta moves on to 46. Courtesy of that shot disappearing into Michael Sharp corner again. Nicely dug out, played down the ground. It'll be another single and nothing more. And that is the end of the over. 7 and a wicket coming from that over. Butler now figures of 1 for 24 or 3, going at a rate of 8 and over. 13 overs gone. 83 for 3. Pembroke still just about ahead of that runner ball mark that must be a bare minimum for Pembroke seconds in this innings. Willow's joining us again tonight. Just for the one night though. Another new bowler into the attack. C. Woods.
Oh, I love it, Woody.
Full toss for his first delivery. Pembroke seconds have won their last 3 games. Clontarf seconds have lost their last 2 games. That's what it says on here. Niall's going to go and check that stat for me now.
Lost on Sunday.
Well, Murray's in the middle. That makes it interesting. The reverse shot going for 4. He's not one to hang around, is Daniel Murray. A lovely, lovely shot. Connell Woods, the bowler. And now he knows that Dan Murray isn't afraid to play around the corners. More orthodox shot by Murray on this occasion means a dot ball. And surely the push from Pembroke is going to have to come shortly. 7 wickets still in the shed. And that one reaches the boundary despite the despairing dive down there in front of the bar. 4 more runs. Murray picking up 9 in his short stay so far. Just the 4 balls faced and 9 on the board. You can see the boundary rider doing his best to make up the ground. He does go down for the dive, gets a hand to it, but not enough. The full toss then played down to long on. And that'll bring up double figures for Murray and a strike rate of 200. Well, 1 ball in the over to go. Sunil Gupta, he's on 48. And we're just waiting now for the pram pushed and dog pulled ensemble to cross across the top of your screen. They've now come out of the way. Connell Woods, last ball of his first over. Good call from Murray. Gets Gupta on to 49, and that's the end of 14 overs. Score 94 for 3. 6 overs remain in this innings. How many more can Pembroke add? Run a ball will get them to 130. 2 a ball will get them to 166. So somewhere between those two, I suspect, will be our final score. It's been quite a quick innings here. 50 minutes to bowl 14 overs. Admirable. Admirable. Great. All right. So the Twos have lost their last 2 matches. Probably find Clontarf have won their last 2 matches. This one aimed in at the batsman's feet, and that will be a half century for Sunil Gupta. Many congratulations to him. He came in with his side 0 for 2, and he has done a super job of rebuilding this innings, first with Ethan Clark and now with Dan Murray. Put 50 runs off just 41 balls for Sunil Gupta. Nice shot from Murray, just evades the diving fielder. No point getting up and chasing after that, because having gone to ground, the fielder was never going to stop it hitting the boundary. Murray moves on to 14 from just 7, 6 even. One suspects that if there's to be a rapid acceleration, it'll be down to Murray. Gupta now with the half century under his belt, liable to free the shackles as well. And that will bring up 100 for Pembroke, and it's taken them 86 deliveries. Nearly up at 7 and over now. Oh, super, super shot. Goes all the way. As I say, now he's reached his half century, you may find that a few of the shackles come off for Gupta. He'll look to go big and go often. Super shot that for 6. Not a fielder moving. Not a batsman attempting a single. We all knew that was out of the ground. 12 off the first 4 balls of Butler's final over. And that will be another 4 as well, I suspect. No, the fielder gets round for it. It bounces up into his hands, and he has saved 3 runs for sure there.
Straighter, please. On the second gap there. Yeah, that's perfect.
That'll bring Murray to face the final ball of the 15th over. Conflicting signals from the same fielder. Hit them, hold it, hold it. All very quick. 14 come off the over, 108 for 3, 15 gone. A run rate now slipping up above 7, 7.2 you can see on your screen. It's just under the PE2 that you see along that bottom bar. Sunil Gupta, 57 off just 43 deliveries. And in fact, I could read out the whole screen to you, but it's far more interesting if you do it yourself. One thing I will tell you is that Dan Murray striking at 200 at the moment. 30 balls to go. Could Pembroke put 60 runs on at the rate that Murray's scoring at? Or can they put on 40 runs in these 30 balls? Well, we're just 5 overs to go now. Gilhooly back on. His first over only going for 5 runs. His captain would be delighted if he could repeat that. Very full pitch. Hit out square. The fumble by the fielder lets him get through for the single.
Come here, Limo. Come on, Limo. Go here, lads. Here we go, Lim. Go, boys.
First 11, of course, have now picked up 4 cups this year. Every cup competition they entered. That one gets past the fielder, hand waved at it more in a goodbye fashion than a stopping fashion.
Go, boys, let's go here, lads.
Come here, Limo.
Gupta giving himself plenty of room, only getting the toe of the bat to that one, but that's all he needed for it to fly away to the boundary past the fielder. Well, it's going to take a minute or two to find the ball in that bush. Yeah. It's funny how everyone who walks past the ground speakers, ground mics, it sounds like they're walking through 6 inches of snow. Has that sort of crunchiness to it. Still searching for the ball in the bush. There are 2 posteriors poking out from it as 2 heads are buried deep in it. Well, I think one of the fielders has been swallowed by the bush and the other one has given up looking. Well, everyone's getting involved now. They're all so gentle with the bush. Personally, I'd be all in favour of pushing a small child in there and let them find it. 61 for Gupta now. Murray very quickly has gone up to 17. Is that the bush it went in, is the question. They have a ball.
Yeah, I think it was a tennis ball.
It's bouncing a bit too much for it to be a cricket ball. And one of the Clontarf players now heading into the dressing rooms to see if they could find another.
No, nobody in charge has bothered telling us which bush the ball went into.
It'd be great to get a message come in here now saying they're looking in the wrong bush. That one definitely went in too. Well, there's also John Tucker getting involved. I'm sure he's giving advice. I'm glad I'm not the only one who does that. Hi, Gordy.
Because I put it on earlier for the to show you last night's floodlit game.
Yes. Not often we see floodlit cricket in Ireland, but it appears that Clontarf yesterday was that place. Terenure. Why do I keep saying Clontarf? Terenure. It was the Titans. Have they got it, or have they given up? I think they've given up now. 113 for 3. The ball has a ball. It might not be the ball, but he has a ball. Gupta has 61 now. And well kept out. But a good call from Murray. They get a single from a ball that travels no more than 5 metres.
Go, boys. Get one here, Limo.
Another full toss, and this one played beautifully. 2 fielders getting to it. And 2 runs saved by some athletic fielding down at the Wheelfield Road gate. It does mean 8 have come off the over so far. Pembroke slowly starting to put together a target. This one again played out to the similar region, but not with only half the pace, and it means that they can get in for 2 singles tacked together almost.
Go here, lads. Let's go, boys.
Good over for Pembroke this.
Come here, Limo.
Liam Gilhooly. And again hit back down the ground, this time with enough pace to mean it's only a single. As the ball comes into the wicketkeeper. 16 gone, 119 for 3 on the board, which when you think Pembroke were 0 for 2, these 2 have done exceptionally well. Partnership of 42. And the last 4 overs of this innings. 143 is a runner ball from here on in.
Now, before I find the answer, do you think the EGPL bowled a ball? And if not, do you think it was just weather that stopped us?
Weather or checks.
I'd love to see.
It was meant to start today, wasn't it?
Game played. They got a result.
Oh, well, there you go. We're underway. 8 years in the planning that game.
Rotterdam Dockers won by 5 wickets.
Cricket clubs?
Quick info.
Cricket info. Okay. Khan back into the attack. 2 overs to go. Well, there's the first target. 120 is always the first target in my mind for a T20. Run a ball. The question is how much further you can push that on. Well, it's a big shot from Murray. Didn't go anywhere where it was intended. My apologies. Gupta, nowhere near where he intended, but he does get 2 for it. Club dinner this Saturday night. It's going to be a cosy crowd. I believe less than 80 going this year. Whoa, that's coming down towards us and will just miss us and land right beside the old score box. And that moves Gupta onto 70. It's a big swing at the bat. Actually, you got that very nicely, Niall. Oh, the umpire not doing the fielding. There's another big swing of the bat, but not to the same effect.
Is that one closer to straight at you?
That one was closer straight at me, but not with the same power. But it had a good line. But there's a fielder between me and Gupta. Glad I've got the monitor in front of me.
Just going to hide behind it.
No. Fielder in front of me. I can't see what's going on. Another decent shot. This time Murray puts it out. And they will get in for 2. Another good over for Pembroke. 12 off the first 5 deliveries. Murray to face the last ball of the 17th over. Nicely stroked down the ground. He'll take the single. That will be 17 overs gone, and that will be 1-3-2 for 3 on the board. And Murray will retain the strike for the start of the 18th over.
Just because of the fun.
Well, he gave that a good old smack. The fielder thought, no, that's not mine. And it went down that gap between the containers and us here in the gazebo. It wasn't too far off, but far enough for our liking. 17 overs gone. 1-3-2 for 3. Pembroke, well, they were 0 for 2 in the first over. They've done well to get through to this stage. These two have now put on 55. The third wicket partnership was 77.
Okay.
No, it's on the other camera.
You're grand, Claire. Well, the good thing is there's a distinct lack of swear words coming out of you as you're doing it.
Unlike when I'm on the cricket pitch.
Yeah.
I was thinking you should do a player mic.
We've thought about that. There's nobody we trust with a player mic.
She wanted umpire mic as well.
Just a single taken on this occasion. Murray making the wise call. Gupta agreeing with him. Thompson back into the attack. His first 2 overs were 2 for 11. So let's see how he gets on with his next 2. He's bowling from the nursery end now. He started off at the St John's end. And I see Mr Heaney again sticking his head out of the window. I'll let you know when the bar's open, Simon. Short, and it's lifted over the short third, and it will run away to the boundary. Super shot, quite deliberately lifted down there by Gupta. He moves on to 75, and one has to wonder, if he keeps going the way he's going, is there a possibility of a century here for him? The person I feel sorry for the most this year, with regards to the awards night, I don't feel that sorry for him. He's had an absolutely fabulous season. Tim Tector. Oh, it's another boundary. Gupta just swinging the bat at that one. It was a bad ball, and it disappeared away. Not where Gupta was looking for. Where do you think he wants to hit that? It wasn't there anyway, but he'll take those 4 runs. Yeah, Tim Tector in the Irish Senior Cup scored 404 runs, and they don't count towards the awards night. Plus he got runs in the T20 as well. It's a big shot down the ground. There is a fielder down there. All he can do is watch it hit Becker's barn. And a lovely, lovely shot. Gupta now moves on to 85. My goodness, he's moved along quite nicely there. 14 off the last 3 balls. From 71 to 85 in half an over. Super, super shot. Quite deliberately lifted, holds the pose, and waits for the umpire to signal the inevitable half dozen runs. Thompson not enjoying his second 2 overs the same way he enjoyed his first, that's for sure. 11 came off his second. He's already up to 15 off his third. And you can make that 15-19 as another one crosses the boundary. And that's 150 up for Pembroke now. Certainly a lot less chirp in the field from the Clontarf fielders, and you don't blame them. They did have Pembroke 0 for 2. And then, well, he's onto that one very quickly indeed, and that disappears off for another boundary. Gupta now on to 89. 1 ball left in the 18th over, and Pembroke, as I say, have now reached over 150, meaning that Clontarf will be looking for at least 7.5 and over from the beginning. 2 overs to go. Could Pembroke add on another 10, 20 runs to this? They'll certainly be hoping so, and so will Sunil Gupta. Sunil, of course, no stranger this season to big scores. Was it 217 he scored?
And you're not counting his vital Irish Senior Cup runs in that?
No. I mean, I count them and I admire them and I'm delighted with them. But with regards to the club awards, perhaps it's something Cricket Ireland could look at, as well as the the winners of the provincial cups, especially the T20 going into semi-finals and final of the All-Ireland T20. Wouldn't it be good to have the NCU Championship Cup and the Senior 2 Cup playing off?
Hold it. Nice, Carty.
Murray takes a single from the...
Only if you're volunteering to write the regs and enforce the starrings.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Murray now facing. Gupta moves on to 91. Watch out for the reverse here from Murray. Oh, this one beats everybody. 5 onto the total, is it? We'll find out now. It's buys, so just 4 onto the total. Yep. Outside off, but missed by everybody. Keeper missed that one. Yep. Slid away. The cheering in the outfield now, more imploring colleagues to stay on top of the game. Murray with another one, shot down the ground. He's moved on to 28 off just 18. The ideal foil for Gupta as he goes in pursuit of this century. Took him 42 balls, I think, to get to 50. He's getting to 91 quite quickly. Just another single. Fielder well placed for that shot.
On the line.
And one more to come in the over. Murray back on strike. Well, he's flipped that up in the air behind him. He's tried to get it past the fielder, and he hasn't. He's only lifted it to the fielder. It's the unusual shot, but it pays off for him on so many occasions. It seems churlish to give out, and especially with just 8 balls left in the innings. Well, simplest of catches, this one taken. Got to 92 now, joined by a new partner. The way it's carrying its bat, it looks like JP to me. There's another man who's good for quick runs at the end of an innings. A mix between the big blows and the sharp singles. 159 on the board. Takes a middle guard, and indeed it is JP Joseph Prendergast to face. As I say, 8 balls left, Gupta 8 short of a century, and Prendergast to face the first of those 8. Well, he picks up 4. He had no idea where that had gone. It certainly wasn't where he was intending to hit it, but he will take the runs. Squirting it away behind his legs. 4 more coming up onto the score. So into the last over. Prendergast 4 from 1 delivery, has the best strike rate of the Pembroke batsmen to date. But the important figure is that of Sunil Gupta, as we see the wicket of Murray, taken with the simplest of catches in the end. Many thanks to those of you who have tuned in for this second 11 game. Half century of viewers watching as Sunil Gupta looks to complete his innings with 3 figures. Well, that will take him to 96, the finest of edges. Big swing of the bat, took an edge, flew past the keeper. Short third was never going to stop it. How can you field for that? I mean, the keeper reacted, but that's all he could do. And 4 more onto the board. 96 now from just 56 for Sunil. Fine, fine knock. Hope his dad's watching. Shigata. Fine player in his own day. Perhaps even Sid might be watching his brother this evening. Sid, I believe, based outside the EU now. There's all sorts of field setting going on. And finally, the man at the short third has become a long third. Right down on the boundary. Although I suspect even that last shot, he'd have had trouble stopping it if he'd started behind the boundary. Well, that's it. Sunil Gupta, what a shot, what an innings, what a player. Applause ringing out around the ground. Junior nets on, of course. And Gupta moves to 100 from just 57. I think it only took him 15 balls to get that second 50. And that's the sort of shot that got him there. Improvised, with power, with timing. None of the fielders moving, none of the batsmen moving. The only batsman moving was Joe Prendergast. Prendergast takes on the second. He could be in trouble, but not collected by the bowler. Gets home for 2 more.
Go here, Lukey.
Joe making sure he remains off strike and keeps his 400 strike rate intact. But well run, and why wouldn't you? Get the batsman who's on 102 back on strike. 3 balls left in the over, 3 balls left in the innings. One-handed shot. Ends up being a dot ball as it flies straight into the fielder's hand behind point.
Go here, lads.
But when you think that Pembroke lost their first 2 wickets without a run on the board, they really have recovered superbly well, the second 11. 173 for 4. This one does clear the fielder in the ring. It is going to run away, and it will reach the rope. And that's 4 more. 177.
Go, lads.
Again, deliberately lifting that one over the fielders in the ring, and then having enough on it to outpace the boundary rider as well. Last ball of the innings. Gupta 106 off 60 balls. He's faced 10 overs. Imagine if he's faced all 20. Well, the bowler tries to go short. It might not have been the wisest of choices to a batsman who's on 106, because it now means he finishes the innings on 110, and Pembroke have set a target of 182 in 20 overs. Well, that's a super innings from Sunil Gupta. It's been a while since Shigata hit 110, and, well, as good as Shigata was, didn't really have the improvisation that his son does. And that's a classic shot away to the boundary. 181 for 4 off 20 overs, and that means Clontarf are going to be looking for in excess of 9 and over. Absolutely superb knock from Gupta, even giving us in the media centre a bit of a celebration. So while the players take a 10-minute break, I'm going to do the same. Join us again in about 9 minutes for the resumption of this second 11 Premier League refix between Pembroke and Clontarf. Story of the first innings. Well, the first over saw Pembroke 0 for 2 with a couple of batsmen back in the shed. And then, well, a couple of partnerships and Joe Prendergast coming in at the end have ensured that Pembroke have set a very good target at 181 for 4. So we'll see you again in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Sydney Parade, where all the microphones are back on now. And Clontarf coming out to bat, and they are hoping to chase down the target of 182 for victory. They will need to do so at a run rate of 9.1 and over. And Dan Murray, having shown us what he could do with the bat, will take the opening bowling. The Clontarf captain, Yash, is opening up at the top end.
Mark, Luke, you're up. Storm square, please. Yeah, just on the gate.
Field being set with military precision. Ah, yeah, just over there. No, there. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, okay, yep. And that's the sort of military precision that I suspect is currently in the American Armed Forces in the Middle East. Ah, yeah, just over there somewhere. And good evening too, if you're watching, Ian McElwain. We hope all is well with you. He is the one person I know who is based out in the Middle East. As Murray bowls what would have been a nice delivery to a right-hander, and it's a wide to a left-hander. Oh, that's a much better ball from Murray. Crashes into the pads of the Clontarf captain, but on this occasion, his pads were outside the leg stump, and not out was the decision of the umpire, and quite rightly too. Ethan Marshall, the other opening bowler, batsman. Well, eager to take the first run, and Murray turning himself into a roundabout the batsman had to negotiate his way past to complete the single. Ethan Marshall, another left-hander. Well, we often talk about left to right-hand combinations. Two left-handers makes it slightly easier for the bowler. Has to find his line. Oh, that's a cracking shot. Again, field well set. And Dara Cosgrave, the fielder, out there. Good evening, gents.
Evening.
Andy Arnott heading out to his corner. Taking with him Kenny Carroll. Andy, don't forget to point out your corner for him. Nice shot. Marshall onto the shorter ball very quickly, and it makes it all the way to the boundary. And these two setting off in firm pursuit of this target. It's a big target, but at the moment they have certainly set off the right way in order to get there. None of our subscribers have joined us on the live chat yet today. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us why you're watching. Take on the fielder in the ring. A bit too high for the stumps. Overthrows the other side, perhaps. Wasn't to be on this occasion.
Tried their best.
First throw goes that way, and the second throw comes back and goes straight through your screen again. And there it goes. Kevin Ryan would certainly understand how wicketkeeper Ethan Clark is feeling when that one comes in at ground level. Big swing will be signalled as a wide, and Murray will have to go again. 8 ball over now. It's like the old Whelan Cup. We've been sent a DL sheet from the scorers.
Don't be eating that.
Well, the first over goes by, 13 runs on the board. That's a nice, delicate, deft shot. I heard that described the other day as a deaf shot, which made me giggle a little. That sort of schoolgirl giggle that some things bring on. Well, it looks like the returning Luke Murray. We'll have to see how many overs his physio is telling him to bowl today. I think he's past the 4 now, so we should be able to see a full stretch, full spell from him. He'll be keen to get back into the groove with just a few weeks of the season left.
As long as he doesn't take 10 wickets quicker than he could bowl his 4 overs.
Yep. Well, this one goes through to the keeper.
Nice boy.
Well, the DIY that was going on last week evidently still happening. This one a little bit too wide. Luke questioning the umpire, but the decision is made. These two batsmen off to a fine start. Well, they've got off to a much better start than Pembroke did, that's for sure. What about it, Dan? Marshall to face Luke Murray. Lovely length. The batsman did very well to dig that out. Right down at the feet. Not quite balanced, as can be seen by the big step he takes after the shot. You know you're not balanced when that happens. He did enough. This one fielded inside the ring. The usual second team captain, Danny Hogan, absent today. He'd have been delighted with his way his side showed the character to respond to such a poor start. Well, slower ball hit out and clears the fielder. JP it is, fielding in front of the dressing rooms. He had too much ground to make up, couldn't get there, and a good boundary for Clontarf, and Marshall continues his strong start. It's kind of strange to see Andy Arnott. Evening, Skip.
How are you, Greg?
It's strange to see Andy Arnott standing in AA corner.
John, it'll be
Bit straight.
it'll be 2 foot from the bottom of the tank.
Kenny, I think we're listening to you.
Kenny, I've turned them down.
He's turned his back now. Ah, yeah.
Go, Dan.
On, Dan.
The Murray theme continues. Dan to bowl his second over from the St John's end. It's a real strange evening. It's sort of got that hazy sort of sea mist. There's a Norwegian word for, in fact, there's probably about 30 Norwegian words for sea mist. Short, pulled off around the corner, and that will reach the boundary. Lovely shot. Good answer to a shorter ball on the legs. Murray put that away. Marshall put that away very well.
On, Dan.
It's a sort of mist that would settle down over the moors during a Sherlock Holmes. Just make sure it was me he was waving at.
Yeah, one's going to go up, Dan. Oh, boys.
Go, Dan.
Slower ball from Murray. This time, McDarragh doing a super job. A lot easier to slide now that there's been a bit of moisture, precipitation, rainfall. Ground's still very firm, of course. It's going to take more than just a shower or two. We may see more rain tomorrow evening. Oh, good ball from Murray. Beats the batsman all up. Yes,
Last night.
you should have practiced. The shot after the delivery is always the right shot. The bar is open if you fancy a midweek sneaky half. Marshall onto that one very quickly again. He's moved on to 13 of just 8 deliveries. Evening, ladies.
Hi.
McDonald's going past.
Oh, boys. Oh, Pembroke. Sorry.
St Ledger starting to show the skipper he's ready. The big circle of the arms. Standing here at mid-off on the edge of the ring. Teapot pose, double teapot pose. Nice single taken. Cut. Where's the cut button? No, what do we have in the refreshments, the liquid side of things inside? Do you have anything that's not fizzy?
No.
Okay. Might have to be a can of Coke, although other caramel-based soft drinks are available. One taken inside the ring. 3 overs gone, 30 on the board, and a run rate of 10 runs and over. And the Murrays at the moment unable to stem this. 24 coming from Dan's runs, 2 overs, and 6 coming from Luke's first. Luke Murray now to bowl his second. They get through for the single as mid on and mid off converge and cut it off between them. Dan Murray, 18 wickets this season. And Luke with 15. Bit of brotherly competition, I'm sure, goes on. I don't know what it's like to have that sort of competitive. 13 years between my brother and I. I was 18, he was 5. Can't really be competitive at that age. I still think I could beat him over 60 metres. Ah, Murray gets one. Really hits the top of the off stump of the left-hander. And that is a cracking delivery. Just the breakthrough Pembroke were needing and when they needed it. Marshall departs for 14 off just 11 deliveries. A good knock, but just a cameo when really Clontarf need the whole portrait. Well, a big huddle from the Pembroke players now. That's good stuff from them. Murray sticking at his task. And Marshall, well, did that come just off the thigh? It looks close to the thigh, doesn't it? Noel doing some absolutely fabulous work with the replay. One of over 6,000 replays he has, and I forgot to bring them. A super delivery. You want your bowler to hit the top of off stump, and by golly, didn't he there? Crashing in. Well, that was a super delivery from Murray. 31 for 1. Halfway through the 4th over. That's the sight you'd like as a spectator. And I can also tell you that's the sight that many a photographer would like to have down that third man channel. Oh, with super replays. Asmat. Is the new batsman. Luke now closes to within 2 of Dan. Oh, dead ball. Let's see when the batsman decides. Oh, this is the wicket. And then this. This is the batsman, in fairness to him. He's only just settled down. He looks up and goes, what? Short. Good delivery, but just down the leg side. Asmat may not have faced any legitimate deliveries, but he got some idea of the pace he's facing with Luke Murray. On account of that wide flash past him, he couldn't catch up to. I think it may be legs time now.
Legs time? Oh.
Or you could just say, Craig, why don't you just stand up for 16 overs? No drinks break. This one is played down towards the old score box. And he's returned. Oh, you must have learned that on the 5ths. Must have learned that on the 5ths, Dan. You must have learned that on the 5ths.
Flat. It rolled.
I know, you said tell you to keep it up, yeah. I don't think you're out.
Left hand up. Yash, the captain. He went off at a rate of knots he just hasn't faced recently. It's a flashing blade. And it reaches the rope. Just inside for 4. And you can see Yash, well, who here from Clontarf is watching, can they confirm that he has the nickname Yash the Bash? Because that's the way he's batting at the moment. It's all helicopter shots and full swings of the bat. Yeah, really getting the wrist through it. Change of bowling now at the St John's end. And it looks like Keegan Shipp is going to be taking on the Clontarf batsman. Keegan having an absolutely fabulous year. He has the second best figures in the club this year. And he's the only person to have taken 6 for twice. Last year he was playing 4th 11 cricket. This year he's on the verge.
I can do that one.
Hmm?
I can do that one.
I'll do that one. He's on the verge of the first team now. Himself and Harry St Ledger, spin twins, both offering different options. Keegan, he is having a very good year.
Nice. Yeah, I reckon you could have kept the ball and got the other way.
I wouldn't want to get her about here and then go. How many did you go down? How many have you got showing?
You go wherever you want.
Let's
go, Chip.
Yeah, that's what I guessed. I think we could go one more if we had to, but that is pretty perfect. Because we know Harry is going to stop everything that's going down this way. Harry the hero, protecting the media centre. Well, we didn't see much in the way of spin in the first innings. We will see plenty of it in the second. That one hit beautifully through covers. 4 runs as it hits the fence into Cyril's way. All along the ground. And that's exactly the sort of shot as a batsman you want, and just give that bowler something to think about while he goes in search of line and length. Unlucky, Harry. Next one, maybe. Oh, Shipp doing him on this occasion. Bounce and turn. Batsman not getting onto this one. Drifting in and turned away. That is absolutely fabulous. I would clip that. It's such a good delivery. Next one goes for a single. Although I don't think Shipp will be too upset at that either. But that previous delivery, you still have that on replay, don't you now? Do you? Because I'd love to see that again. Here it is again, drifting. And then it was going to hit leg stump if it hadn't done anything. This one hit down the ground, but hero of the first innings, Sunil Gupta, down patrolling at the long boundary. Oh, nearly lifted to the man behind square. And Yarnett, you don't have your tape measure with you, do you? Well, you've got the studs to go and measure. This one, he's still looking to be so positive, looking to score off everything, but that brings its own risks. On this occasion, the top edge meant that it didn't actually reach the fielder, and the fielder would have been Luke Murray. Keegan Shipp then, with a fine over, including that most wonderful delivery. Completely did him. It's the straight on, because the straight on you see the drift and then the turn and bounce, and my goodness, didn't it bounce? It took Ethan Clark by surprise. Here it is again. I mean, if that hits the stump, that's ball of the year. Can you imagine being able to bowl those at will? Well, I did say the Spin Twins, and it is the Spin Twins. Harry St. Ledger coming on from the nursery end. And I think this is a good idea from the Pembroke skipper. Oh, lifted again. Evening, Paul. Seconds. It's a refix. League refix. I don't know. Just happy to be watching cricket.
You were missed on the commentary the other day.
Weekend off. I was here on Saturday for a very quick game.
Had a malfunction.
And then Sunday I was at grandparent duty. So took Sunday off.
He had a malfunction. He lost the feed or something.
All right.
You know we are on like
Just pressing everything. 45 for 1 then after 5.5. Dara Cosgrave is the one patrolling. Oh, nice delivery. Bottom edged into the ring. As Matt not playing with the same freedom as his captain. He's tried to. He's got under it a bit. There is a fielder down there, and the catch is taken. St. Ledger takes his first wicket. Pembroke take the second. 46 for 2 now after 6 overs. Run rate is just fine at the moment. They're there or thereabouts in the run rate, but the trouble is they're going to keep losing wickets, and the captain at the moment, he's the island in the stream. Super catch that. It was up there a long time. The batsman was keen to get on with it. He wasn't comfortable against the spinners. Thought he might hit himself out of trouble, and all he did was hit himself into trouble. There's Joe Prendergast arriving at the huddle and having to lean in for his half 5. You could say Jolene. Sad about Dolly Parton, wasn't it? 80 years old. Do you know why she passed away so quickly? Because she didn't feel well, but she was caring for her husband at the time. And she put herself to one side to care for her husband, and then her husband passed away. And then within a year...
Hi, Shep!
Terribly sad. Lovely woman. Had many, many assets.
Good, Shepper.
Good documentary on BBC last night. He's done him. What a super delivery that is. Well, Keegan Shipp, he follows his spin twin, gets in amongst the wickets, and, well, that could be a big one as far as Pembroke are concerned. Plenty of bowlers still to come if needed, but at the moment the spin twins are doing the business. Again, that lovely drift, and then just straightening up, hitting middle and off, and that's the batsman on his way. Vihan will be watching this with great interest. we finally get the stats done for the awards night, the chances are it's looking like it's going to be one of those two. Keegan really coming into form at the right time. I think he's closed a gap on Vihan. Well, well. Well bowled, Harry. Keegan's bowling well there. Oh. Well, there was footwork and there was a shot. My question is, were the two connected? Batsman planting his foot down the track and then the bat went off in search of the ball. It's a far more confident shot from Thompson. He's the man who did the damage at the top of the Pembroke innings. L. Thompson and H. Thompson, no relation. Gets nicely to the pitch of the ball, plays it away. They will just take a single. Singles, though, however, will not be enough. They really need to take this game. I've said it before and I say it again, and it's become a cliche. It's only a cliche because it's true, but they need to take this game as deep as they can. Well, Ship 1 for 9 off his 2 overs, and it's now time for his spin twin, Harry St Ledger, to bowl his second. But in the meantime, we will have another look at what is a super, super delivery. Batsman squared up, opened up. No, I mean, you could have played that shot as well, but the fact of the matter is, he showed the stumps to the ball, and it wanted them. 48 for 3. And we see Harry St Ledger now 1 for 2 off his 1 over. Lovely length from St Ledger. It's an absolute pleasure to come and commentate on these two bowling. Even in a T20, I suppose in some ways that helps them because they know the batsmen are really keen to get after them. Well, Clontarf have got to 50. Oh, going down the leg side. Sorry, my apologies. 49. I was kind of hoping he was going to take a single there and make me feel a bit better about my error. Won't mind the single. Luke Thompson getting off strike. Oh, it's not the most convincing of shots. Just the fact is nobody knew where it had gone. And again, if you're standing up and keeping and you are wearing a helmet, which is recommended, I think it's mandatory these days, you can very easily lose sight of the ball. That's a nice shot round the corner. And this one's for you, Charlie. A much needed boundary there for Clontarf, and it does indeed bring up the half century. Oh, you see, you can look wherever you want. you're not going to pick that up.
Snap, literally took it over into the sun. He wasn't
Yeah,
picking it up.
no, nobody saw that one. They get away with that a bit. But the Spin Twins, they've done the damage. Each of them has taken a wicket. And both of them have been quite economical. The required run rate now 10 and 2/3. Keegan Ship. Wow, what?
Go, Keegan!
That is a superb piece of bowling, whether he saw the batsman or not trying the audacious shot. It wasn't to be on this occasion. It was pitched well up, and he could never get the scoop underneath that, and in fact missed it altogether, and it's resulted in a further wicket for Pembroke. Here is the second team captain. You can see he does all the work, but he just can't make contact, and he's left his stumps like a bad first day to the Cleary's clock. Keegan Ship not having to do a huge amount for that wicket, but he'll take it gratefully anyway. Gap on Vihan very much closing up. Let's have a look and see what the figures are. Swing of the bat from KSM will result in 4 runs. He's not going to hang around.
Good job for us, boy.
Harry St Ledger, 20 wickets so far this season. Well, you can make that 21 now. Whereas I actually think Keegan and Vihan might actually be level now. Oh, it's in the air. It's a catch. Oh, dearie, dearie me. It was just a full toss. It wasn't a no ball. He's going to have to go. He saw the full toss. He thought, I'm going to take this on. He'd scored 4 off his first. He tried to score 4 off his second, and instead just lifted the ball into the hands of the fielder. Grateful fielder at that. 5 down now. Ship has 3 for 13. And does he have a chance of another 6-wicket haul? Bowling exceptionally well this evening. We've highlighted it. I'm not saying that Harry isn't bowling exceptionally well, but that's just, well, it was one of those, your eyes were bigger than your stomach, and you couldn't deal with it the way you wanted to. Not the best ball Ship's bowled, but often that is the way, isn't it? Catch taken, and another wicket down, and Clontarf, well, they were cock-a-hoop at the start of this game when they'd taken 2 wickets without conceding a run, but then came Sunil Gupta, and now here is Keegan Ship and Harry St Ledger. Typical, isn't it, Dan? The real bowlers who are fucking flogging themselves to death, and then these guys walking into the wicket and tossing it up there. It's not fair. Oh. Another one there. 3 for 13. And Harry has 1 for 8. Well, the run's coming very slowly for Clontarf now. Keegan Ship, 3 for 14 out of a total of 5 for 59 after 9 overs. Run rate, well, that's not too bad, 6.5. They could always move it on from there, but the trouble is they've lost so many wickets. And this, well, that was the easiest wicket. Well, that was what I thought was the easiest wicket he was going to take this season. and then he just throw up a full toss. And the batsman couldn't deal with it in the way he wanted to, and he fell, perished, departed for a fine catch at mid-wicket. This game's slipping away from Clontarf now, you feel. Khan, he's coming in at number 7. Many times we've seen in junior cricket, certainly, batsmen coming in at 7, 8, 9. I believe the batsman came in at number 9 the other day and scored 140. Right there. Now to bowl the 10th over. Clontarf still requiring 123.
Yeah! Hold on. That's excellent, really good.
Singles not hurting Pembroke at this stage. That required rate now, nearly 2 a ball. Even a single sees the rate go up, albeit minutely.
Well done, Kate. Excellent, Tano. Really good, lads.
Good teamwork from the 2 fielders. Thompson and Khan. I think they'll be glad to have seen the end of the spinners for the moment. Well, round by Clark, the keeper. Good place from Ryan. And Clark getting round to that one. And dealing with it very well. I was thinking for some game we should actually just turn the Dougals on the wall, see what we can pick up down there. Big sign at the start of Cyril's Way. Your conversation may be being recorded.
Up the 2 of them in the middle, 1 pointing each way.
Nicely bowled. The bar's going to be like last year, isn't it, with the wireless mic, but the TV's working. I'm asking now rather than asking you on the day. Good over from there, just 2 singles coming from it. The required rate has gone over 2 a ball. Clontarf really need a good partnership and a quick partnership. Ship to continue.
Nice, hey.
Moving, Harry. Nice game.
Last over for Ship.
How many overs is that, Tom?
10. Is it 11 or 10?
This is the 11th.
Thank you.
I'll let the helicopter do its business first. Nice shot. Hits the rope, hits the wall and slips in behind the fence. They're going to need another ball. Another full toss, this time dealt with properly. I've got a feeling that's Dennis O'Brien. That's SE Rescue. Well, let's hope whoever does need that, let's hope it's a training day. That's well bowled.
Oh, Keegan.
2 balls left in his spell.
Yeah. It's 11 done now, go.
Dan, 115 required off 9.
Perfect, thank you.
12.5. Gets a good round of applause. Splattering. Smattering of applause from his teammates on completing his spell. There's the easiest wicket he's going to take. Well, I think 3 might even put him to the top of the top wicket takers in Leinster cricket this year, or for Pembroke. It'll be a long way off in Leinster, I'm sure. This one scooped out on the leg side. There is a guy with 49 wickets playing for Clontarf in seconds. They're continuing. Viren was 7th on the list. I think Keegan is now 5th on the list. He was 9th before today. 6 bowlers have got more than 30 wickets. 3 bowlers have more than 40 wickets. That's assuming everything's up to date. Slap down the ground. Brings up 70 for Clontarf. And you get the feeling that after the spinners bowled, a lot of the tension has gone out of this game. Required run rate that is just jumping with every delivery at the moment. Still 112 required, but from Clontarf.
You're going to keep them back with these in? Yeah. You just sit in the ring. Huh? Just sit in the ring.
This one played down towards the clubhouse. Nice warm evening this evening. I do have on my Silver Foxes sleeveless, which is woolen, and as a result, my golly, it's warm. See this getting a lot of use during the winter months. The only thing being, it's a white one, so it can't be worn in league games. Dan Murray now back into the attack. Opened up earlier on, along with brother Luke.
No, I'm not holding. I've got hoodies. I've got things. No, go. We're gonna disturb the camera.
Wave to the audience.
Well across from Clark. Doing a good job behind the sticks. Still relatively new into the job. Second year, I think, keeping. Although I'm sure the Clark Academy has put plenty of hours in there as well. Well, that's just slapped down the ground. It will probably reach the rope. Gupta, well, he went through various stages of acceleration in chasing that. Sort of, oh, that's 4. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, I could get, yeah, oh. And by the time he hit full speed, it in fact had reached the rope. Khan moves on to double figures. You can see it here. There, sudden pace of, oh, I could get there. And then the realization that it's paid him for a fool. Well, Clontarf putting together a bit of a partnership, but they also need the acceleration now. The sort of acceleration they need is comparable to hot rods, 0 to 140 in 3 seconds. Nice ball from Murray. Gets Thompson just fending at it, really. It's that put the foot down the track, but the rest of the body doesn't follow through, and you end up with a very wide stance and just pushing the bat at the ball. I can describe it in such detail because I've played that shot 10,000 times plus. Still do. Slower ball from Murray. Upsets the timing of the batsman. Many thanks to the 40 devices connected at the moment, or to the people connected to the 40 devices, for joining us here on a lovely evening. It really does blow away the cares of the day, coming down, watching a game of cricket midweek. This one, another one past the outside edge, and the drive that the batsman imagined would be cracking one through extra cover. In fact, just harmlessly wafted past the ball. If you are watching, we hope you like and subscribe to Pembroke Cricket Live. There may not be much left in the season, but I know for a fact that over 70 games have been covered this year. So plenty to watch on the channel. I'm sure you've got your favourite 3 seconds, the 4 you hit, or the wicket you took, or the catch you made. If anybody has clipped anything off YouTube, do let us know. Maybe you'll see it again at the awards night. $79 for 5, 7 overs remain, still over 100 runs required. Reen Nair into his 3rd over. He's only gone for 7 so far. This will go for leg byes. Sun now, you can see, starting to have an effect as it starts to drop down towards the horizon.
No, these are 4 days. Yeah,
Big shot off Nair's bowling. Plonks in the outfield. Single taken.
Oh boy.
Well, at least Clontarf very much on the verge of a bonus point now. The bonus points don't change for a refix. It's not mentioned. Bonus points aren't mentioned in the refix. So slower ball from Nair. Batsman tries to get onto it, doesn't quite have the strength or the timing, but will get 2 easy runs from it. One you'd have expected to reach the boundary, not on this occasion. Lovely, lovely evening. This sea mist, just enough. Keeps the temperature down. By down, I mean reasonable. The sun was actually very warm when we arrived down here at 5 o'clock. Ethan with a little bit of a dance.
Keeper.
Oh, nice piece of fielding, all in vain.
Nice lad.
Shadows lengthening across the pitch now. Tells you just how late in the day it is now here in Dublin. Sunset before 9 o'clock now.
Go lads, get through. Go down.
14 overs gone, 86 for 5, 6 overs to go, 96 required, and that splits down to a very nice 16 runs per over. I'm starting to think this is like commentating on the darts, how the commentators know what the players are going to go for. And he's on 133. He'll be going for 17. You know, that sort of thing. I'm getting better at it with the cricket now.
Go.
Murray into his last over now from the St John's end. A round of applause there for something. I can only guess it's tag rugby. You can see the players staring into the sun. The umpires sensibly came out with the 10 gallons. That's out. Oh, you've got one in your hand. You're way ahead of me. Well, that was fairly comprehensive, wasn't it? Khan departs. Nice little knock. 15 off 17. Provided good support for Thompson. Here is the replay. Don't think you can have any doubt on that one.
Put it back in.
He needs a super small screwdriver, that's for sure. I seem to be getting some of it done with my fingers. Just listening to I Haven't a Clue on Radio 4 the other day. They do have a funny section. Things you can say in your car and also in the bedroom, that sort of thing. Most amusing. Murray, oh, unlucky not to get 2 in 2 there. That just flew off the edge of the bat. The batsman, I think, was quite pleased to have made contact. Butler it is. We saw him with ball in hand earlier today. And here is that shot. That could have gone pretty much anywhere.
Go, Dad.
Right there and no is the answer. 6 down now. I think Clontarf have picked up a bonus point. Niall disagrees with me. It wouldn't be the first time I usually come at these.
Niall only thinks you're wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not putting huge money on it.
I seem to remember trying to look it up because it was important to a league position or something. Now it may have changed in this year's edition. That's nicely clipped away. It will bounce in front of the fielder. It will just be a single, but it was a nice shot from Thompson. He's going along quite nicely. 19 off 23. He could increase the pace easily enough. He's been there long enough now to see himself in. Butler, on the other hand, just the one run from the one ball faced. That one inside the line. Good delivery to finish out the over. 3 runs coming from it, but also that most magnificent wicket. My goodness, that was comprehensive. Stump just coming straight out of the ground. I suppose that's the advantage of a nice hot summer. It's a fast bowler gets to see this. 2 best wickets to look at. One that is absolutely destroyed, stumps everywhere. 2 out of the ground preferably, and the third one just hanging on to the hole. And the other one is the off bail has been knocked off. Those are the 2 types of bowled wickets I think are the nicest. LBWs are always hitting middle, so they're no fun. Well, they'll take a single to the first ball from there. That will bring up 100. Last 5 overs now. The game, well, has now reached the stage of, if Clontarf win this, it will be a I was there moment. The swim oyster of success are definitely pointing at the black and reds tonight. That's a good ball. Bat involved, but Nair getting it right there on the length. Butler thought he was going to turn it into the leg side. It wasn't to be. Doniker's got a plastic bat and he's practicing his shots while he's in the field. Look, he hasn't put it down yet. Oh. Oh yeah. I did him a disservice earlier. This one's in the air and it's not going to hit the ground. Nice catch taken, and that is the end of Butler's short stay in the middle. Another wicket down, 7 down now, and a sense of inevitability settling down over Sydney Parade now, just like the sea mist. Live scoring just a little behind at the moment. I'm sure that'll be corrected by the time we finish this replay, which shows, again, nice simple catch. The catch nevertheless needed to be taken. 90 for 7. So I suspect it was the Tag Rugbyers who had the round of applause earlier. It certainly didn't match anything that was happening on the pitch here. Nice straight back, keeps that one at bay, playing him off the back foot. Honan, the new man to the crease. He's coming in at number 9. Another dot ball, finishes out the over. And 4 overs to go. Another new bowler for the twos tonight. I've seen him open the bowling on the firsts. But tonight he is one of a number of bowlers that Pembroke have used. The third spinner. I think he's the 6th bowler.
Come here, Marco.
It's going to be a no ball, so no worries about the catch not being taken. Maybe a little rusty, hasn't bowled in a while. Had to miss out in the All-Ireland T20, having played for Trinity and was cup-tied. Although that regulation incompatible with the women's game. Something about jurisdictions, I suppose. Yeah. Well, sure. Keegan's full toss. Just slap to a fielder.
Well back.
Much better for McDarrett. Using the dance floor, as they say. Better the dance floor than the basement. Now flashing around at the moment. This one's in the air. It will find turf. It even finds the rope. 99 for 7. Thompson moves on to 27. I think the Clontarf batsmen at this stage are going to play this game only one way. They're not going to reach their target, but they will go down personally fighting.
I'm back.
Darragh racing through is over. 1 ball to go. He's ready. He's on his way. Clipped away for another single. And that will bring up 100 for the Bulls. 7 wickets down by the Foxes. 83 required in 3 overs. Unlikely. Harry St. Ledger to bowl the over. I think this is a wise move. The funny thing is, they haven't used the one bowler who's taken the most wickets on the field, of the players on the field. I mean, they've used, apart from they've used Keegan, but Joe Prendergast. Maybe resting after Sunday's exercises, picking up another trophy.
Nice go, Dan. Go, hey. Hey.
Everybody misses one. We'll go for a bye. Thompson had absolutely no intention of looking for a second. Harry didn't crash into the stumps. Both of the spin twins bowling so well at the moment, getting plenty of overs as a result, which helps them bowl well. It's sort of an upward spiral. There used to be a medium pacer who played for Middlesex, who was their leading wicket taker for years and years. And in fact, on a day in mid-May or something, the pitches were uncovered in the day. The captain took one look at the pitch and the cry went out, "Go and get him for me." At the age of 43, playing county cricket. And Fred Titmus, it was. And his view was, if you keep taking wickets, captain will keep you on. And that's how he became Middlesex's record wicket taker for years. This one, spinning past everybody, crashing into the keeper's pad. Another bonus point for Clontarf. Oh. Cut away. And the run rate just getting bigger and bigger. 9 balls now. Dara starting from inside the umpire. Oh, it's chipped up in the air. Dan just keeping it to a single. False shot in the air for a while. Nobody there to take the catch. One ball left in the over. It goes off the long run up this time.
Go, Harry, here. Let's go.
And that's the over done. 19 gone, 106 for 7. 76 required from 1 over. Now we're at the stage that if Clontarf win this, we'll be on Sky News. Lifted in the air, safely. Donica Tucker been patrolling the Michael Sharp corner. Saw him earlier practicing his batting with the plastic bat. Another one played, same spot. This time it's JP who moves across and picks that one up.
Go, Keeks. On your goal, on your goal. Yeah. Hold.
All done by the keeper, taking the low throw.
Yeah, H. Yeah, boy.
Good, H.
Gupta was moving at some speed, but he hadn't got to the ball at that stage, and that let them get in quite safely. Well, under the new system, we get to see that again. St. Ledger picks up another wicket. This time it's the batsman who turns it into a full toss and can't get enough on it and leaves it in the hands of a fielder. And that's 8 down now and 2 balls to go. Wanted to take on the spinner. Ended up being too close to the body. It was a nice catch, but a simple catch when you really think about it. Those are the ones they spend time practicing. And when you're training with the first team, by golly, you train properly. Another big hit. No fielder out there, is there? Oh, there is, and it's a fine catch. Came out of the sun.
Yes, Windy.
Big shot from Gilhooly. And a fine catch by Dermot Tucker. He's delighted with that, and so he should be. It was up there a long time initially. We thought it was going into open ground, but he comes out of the sun. A ray of sunshine. And then Dermot Tucker taking a nice catch. Well, big blow, but not quite big enough and not out of the reach of Dermot Tucker. Pleased with that one. St. Ledger 3 for 15. The 2 spinners have really done a super job for the seconds today. 1-1-1 for 9. Last wicket partnership now, and he's on a hat-trick. Field much closer in now. It's pulled, and it reaches the boundary. Well, the one time you want a wicket, it disappears to the boundary for a maximum, and that will end the game. Well, he went for it like everybody wanted him to. No worries. I screwed them in a long way, and if you hang on a second, Niall probably has the screwdriver you need.
I have it in my bag, it's fine.
Okay, off you
Thanks,
go.
Greg.
No worries. Well done.
Thanks.
Harry St. Ledger, 3 for 21. And Keegan Shipp did exceptionally well as well. Good game, good victory for the seconds. That, for me, was a former fast bowler, former quick medium bowler. Enjoyed seeing that one. Murray ripping out the middle stump. And then this catch from Dermot Tucker. Oh no, this is the one before. Straight down the ground. Followed by. It was up there a long time. Dermot Tucker did exceptionally well to cover the ground and arrived at exactly the right moment. Let's try something here.
The hat-trick ball.
The hat-trick ball disappears over the rope, 6 runs. Well, we've seen quite a few 2-in-2 balls recently. And a lot of them.
Hat-trick ball, to be fair.
No, I mean, he gave himself every chance, as they say. But sometimes, well, sometimes the batsman knows best. Do we have cards? I don't, because I never got the... Give you the story of the game quite quickly before you all switch off and go and do something more interesting instead. There's Pembroke innings, and you can see Dermot Tucker out first ball, McDara Cosgrave 2 balls later. Pembroke were 0 for 2 when Ethan Clark was left with Sunil Gupta as a partner, and the two of them took Pembroke a long way towards putting up a respectable score. Daniel Murray then came in and bludgeoned a quick 28 off just 19, and Cho Prendergast with the best of the strike rates. Only 7 extras, a disciplined bowling performance from Clontarf. And here are the details of that bowling attack. As you can see, 7 bowlers used. The Marshall, Gilhooly and Woods combining as the 5th bowler, and you can see why. 8 and over, 8 and over, and 11 and over. They really got taken heavily by Sunil Gupta as he motored from 50 to his century. The wicket taker at the top, Luke Thompson. Well, his first over, he took the 2 wickets to fall, and then in his second over he went for 11, and he was 11 for 2 with 2 overs to go, and you can tell that 38 runs came off those 2 overs, and it won't be the successful day that he was hoping for after his first over. You can see the fall of wickets: 0-0, 77, and then 82. So Pembroke putting together a very good target. Clontarf came out and they went for it at the start. The captain Yash and Easton Marshall, they were scoring heavily and they were scoring well and quickly, but they perished, and once they'd gone it was only Henry Thompson with a little bit of a stand with Khan, but other than that, well, the side subsided and they were never really up with the rate either. We'll show you that worm in a while. Here is the Pembroke bowling figures, and you can see the spin twins of Ship and St Ledger. 3 for 20 and 3 for 21. I'm sure one will be saying to the other, my goodness, all that expense. Daniel Murray, he took what was an absolutely delicious wicket to watch, ripping out middle stump, but he also went at 8.5 and over today, whereas his brother 6.5 and over and 1 for 13. Ryan Nair, he got a nice wicket as well, and 1 for 14, and you can see once they had the opening stands done, then the innings subsided somewhat from a Clontarf point of view. As I say, they were never really up with the rate. Here is the worm for tonight, and you'll see that the gap just from the 13th over onwards just got bigger and bigger. Clontarf had spent the early overs, if anything, ahead, and you can see that reflected in the over by over. Sun's starting to really blind down now. It's that awkward angle, but you can see on the Manhattan, well, Clontarf, those colours are the wrong way round, but we won't mind that. You can see Pembroke's end of innings burst.
How are you? Are you well? The low evening sun. It's gone autumnal, hasn't it?
Well, there we have it as the chat goes on alongside us. That's the hat-trick ball going for 6, and there is the match summary. Pembroke seconds have won by 64 runs. Yep, there we go. Tucker doing exceptionally well. And there is your card. Pembroke won by 64 runs. Tomorrow night, it's meant to be Pembroke seconds again, I believe, in another refix. Weather forecast isn't great, but do keep an eye on YouTube, and if a link appears, then do join us. Put your notifications on for that sort of thing. Like and subscribe would also be good. And then on Saturday, we have what is now an absolutely vital game for the first 11. And we hope that many of you spread the word and join us for that game on Pembroke Cricket Live. But from Niall and myself, from Pembroke Seconds and the people who have made it down, thank you very much for joining us, and we will talk to you again soon.